What up guys, Demonte HD Nascar. We got another tutorial for you guys. I got NASCAR 14 the morning it came out and I haven't done anything on my channel for a long time. That's a normal race. It was a while ago. That was on Inside Line. It's an old game. Here we go. We got the new game. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make the Brad Keselowski number 2. As you can see, it's right there. I am working on his 2014 Miller Lite paint scheme right now, so when that's up, I'll go ahead and show that to you. But for now, to start on the 2. Basically, it's relatively easy. I know a lot of people have had trouble with this, and a lot of people go to the alt. They take this route. They go on text 6, and the 2 that looks like, or you can't see that, the text that looks pretty much like a thick 2. And honestly, that's not really necessarily the bad way to go. But looking at it now, you obviously think that's the best that I'm gonna be able to get it. But the problem is, this is slanted, and you don't want that slanted. So the best way to go is actually text 4, and when I turn it red, you'll be able to see it. And here we go. As you can see, it's you gotta look at these 3 lines right here. You gotta look at this one, and this one. They have to be all crossing straight. And if they're doing that, you're golden. So in this one, I mean, the one I did was blue with a red outline, but I'll just do the regular one, I guess. We'll do the black and white one. So you take it pretty much like this, and the game really messes with your brush space. I don't like that. So sometimes you get trapped and you don't know you're cutting off. But basically, though, all you gotta do is mm, you're not gonna be able to see this very well. So I'll just do red for right now. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to change it to the main color of the number. So in this example, this would be a red number with a black outline. So always make sure you're gonna start stamping. That's what I'm saying. So you're gonna stamp, go to the right a little bit, stamp again, and just keep on kind of doing this pattern a little bit, and make sure that these 2 sides are pretty thick. It looks pretty odd right now. We're gonna go move it down some. Just all you want to do is just make sure that you're make sure it's a little more thicker, and that's pretty much there. Then you're gonna want to go to your bottom layer and stamp. Actually, no, you're not gonna want to. Are you gonna want to stamp? I'm like blanking out right now. Jesus. Okay. You're gonna want to change to your outline color, stamp, and then change to the red again. So you have a black. Just make sure you have the black number 2 layer on the bottom, so you can go ahead and stamp around to add your outline. Um, this could get tricky. So, but it's a tricky number. I honestly I couldn't grasp it for the longest time inside line, and not until I figured out about this way to do it. Now you're looking at it right now, and and that looks crappy. And even though it's better than the way to do it on text 6, we're gonna add a few things to this number right now. So first, obviously, you notice that the bottom is supposed to be thicker, and the gap is not. The gap right here isn't supposed to be that big. So you're gonna add a black square and go ahead and skew it a little bit to make sure it. Well, I'm not even skewing it, but go ahead and yeah, now you're gonna skew it to make sure it matches up with the back over here, and move it up until the gap is about the right position. I'm totally freeballing this, by the way. I don't even have a picture of the number right now, so if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, but hopefully this gives you an idea of where to work off of. It should. Yeah, go ahead and do it about there, I'd say. Go ahead and change to red. Move it down so the outline matches like that. Just make sure the outline still looks even. And that's the bottom part. Now the tricky part is up here. Actually, that's not even. Gotta make it a little thicker up here. But yeah, make sure that red is resembling the thickness. Move it around. Now the next part, I call this the half thingy because it looks like a thingy that got cut in half. So we're gonna go ahead and take this half thingy, make it black to start. By the way, for those who don't have the game, the paint booth is pretty much the same. They added a few new features though. It's not that bad. Um, Okay, gotta rotate it. Rotating is very hard too. If you're ever having trouble with rotating, you can move it to a line like this and make sure the lines are in parallel. That usually helps me. Yeah, okay. Since we rotated it, we're gonna skew this way. Now make sure it's the same width. Pretty much the gap up here is also supposed to be larger as well, so I'd say right about there. It's not supposed to be too round, so you can make it a little smaller. See, this part really messes with your head because over here is skewed, as you can like over this side is a little more skewed than this side, so it really messes with. You're gonna have to like sort of mess around with that. So what I usually do is make it thinner, skew it this way, and this usually gets a little messy. Stamp it and then skew it the other way, and that works out a little bit better. So you can see that kind of worked out okay. Then you're gonna nope, you're not gonna do that. For instance, this is a white background car, so just change the background of the car. This is color blocking, by the way. It's one of my favorite techniques. That sounds very professional. Um, as you can see right there, the color of the car, whatever that is pretty obvious. It's white. So just change to white and do the same thing you did, or that we did down here with the red rectangle. Just try to size it down to make sure that the black background sort of fits, and I should be okay. We're gonna stamp it, skew it again, and it's gonna look a little messy up here, obviously, but you can always improve on it. Then we're gonna go ahead and save it and see what it looks like on the car. I know the outline is not the best, but it ain't that important. You can always go ahead and fix on that, but this is pretty much the best way to do it. And I'm gonna try to do this without showing you most of the car. Oh God, stop looking. Okay, um, here we go. Way down here. And yeah, a weird thing when you keep on moving, or yeah, when you press the D-pad, it kind of just moves the car around. So that's honestly a little annoying, but you can definitely manage. And there goes the whole side of the car. You guys just saw it, but there it is. You see it right there. That's the number two. Honestly, doesn't look as good as the one I have in my car right now. We that one took a lot longer to make, but this one, uh, something you can work off of. I know it's not the best too, but no, the light glare is really getting in the way. The light glare of the paint booth, by the way, is a lot worse in this game, so have fun with that. But real quick, I guess I'll just show you the side of this car. That is the two that I have right there, and it looks a lot better, I think, than this one. I think I went over, I think I went a little overboard on the thickness right there, but you know what to do. Just stamp around. Hopefully that gives you a good concept to work off of, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.